Hello, everyone, and warm welcome. It's great to have you here today. I'm really glad that you joined the first of our small series of webinars on how to take part in the next 16th edition of Prague Quadrennial of Performance Design and Space, the largest international event in scenography, performance design, and performance space. The next Prague Quadrennial, or PQ for short, is happening in 2 years' time, from June 8th till June 17th, year 2027, with the opening night set for Monday, the 7th of June. It's 2 years ahead. It may sound like a lot of time, but there are already some key dates and deadlines in place, and more are coming, and soon they will start approaching as well. And so the goal of these webinars is to give you all information and guidance so that everyone interested knows how to get involved, because PQ is an opportunity to share your work and connect with your peers from all around the world, but it is also an opportunity that comes only once in 4 years. Today's webinar is in English only, but will be recorded and available later. It is scheduled for approximately 1 hour. Our today's topic is the invitation, application, and participation process in 3 program sections: the traditional exhibition of countries and regions, and the student exhibition, and the installation of the PQ60 program. My name is Adam Dudek. I do communications for PQ, and today I'm joined by Barbora Příhodová, Artistic Director of Prague Quadrennial, Adam Svoboda, its Executive Director, and Barbora Lajerová, who manages PQ's program and exhibitions. We are streaming from our offices in Prague, and over the next 15 to 20 minutes, we will summarize the general information about the upcoming edition of PQ, its program structure and key dates, give a brief introduction to the PQ60 program, and then we will explain how to participate in the exhibition of countries and regions, the student exhibition, and the PQ60 installation. We will give you an overview of the whole process, so you know what to expect. Oh. Yes. Sorry, I forgot to click the slide. So after this introduction, you will have a chance to ask questions, and together with Barbora, and Adam, we will do our best to answer them all. I just wanted to ask you to stay muted until it's time for questions. And I think that's it. So let's get started. I will now hand it over and pass the computer to Barbora Příhodová.
Great. Thank you, Adam. And hello, everyone. My name is Barbora Příhodová, and I'm the Artistic Director of PQ 2027. To start, I want to give a super quick overview of the structure of PQ 2027. We have 2 main groups of program sections. The first one that you see on the left on our slide, these are exhibition of countries and regions and student exhibition. These are the 2 traditional long-standing exhibitions that have been part of PQ since its beginnings, and they are curated by participating countries and regions, not us. And then, as you see on the right, we have also program sections prepared and curated by PQ curatorial team. There is a number of them, and those, we will have more information about those later on in the process. The calls will be out on October 1st. Just as a brief friendly reminder right now, these sections curated by us, by PQ curatorial team, will be open to both professionals and students. So anybody really can apply if you're interested. But the focus of today is primarily on the exhibitions curated by participating countries and regions. And there is a special section that I would like to introduce now, because we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. And that is the PQ60 installation. as everything, the information, the detailed information about it is in our PDF brochure on our webpage. But let me give a brief overview and explanation. This is something that is part of a larger ongoing programming that we also call PQ60, connected to the anniversary of PQ. You may know that in 2027, we're going to have 60 years of our continuous existence, and we plan a number of activities connected to that are going to be ongoing. But right now, I want to highlight this particular installation. So far, calling it PQ60 as well, working title. That's something that will take place during PQ in June 2027. It's going to be a non-competitive program part. And it's something that, again, is connected to the anniversary. We're going to be looking at the transformations of PQ over 6 decades and looking at the developments and also trying to think about what to do next and how to move forward. And the main source for this particular installation will be artifacts from the PQ archive. We have a growing collection here. It's different types of materials, visual materials, audio, visual materials that we are currently researching. We are restructuring the archive, and we're going to use them as the basis for this installation. We envision this as an immersive experience where our participants can sort of enter the world of PQ over those 60 years. And we're going to curate it on our part. It's going to be PQ curated, but we also are trying to open the curatorial process, and we would love to have curators from participating countries and regions joining the curatorial process. Hence, our call. So we would like to invite curators from participating countries and regions to submit one artifact into this installation. And when I say artifact, I mean maybe a rendering, it can be a model, a costume, maybe a photograph. And what we're interested in are items that were meant to be part of PQ, but never made it, maybe because of the budget constraints, maybe for logistical obstacles, maybe due to curatorial decisions or even censorship. All of those things that are connected to the overarching topic of absences and silences at PQ. Those items can also include designs that were unrealized, unselected, or any kind of materials that were risky or inappropriate at the time. We would also need to read a short narrative combined with that, 300 words maximum, that helps to understand the context, the story of this particular object. We would then, our curatorial team would then make final selection of these objects and work closely with curators of the countries and regions that propose these artifacts to place them accordingly, appropriately into the final installation. All those items will be documented and placed in the growing digital archives of PQ. And maybe one more comment. We are aware that this may, the need to select only one item for each country or region may seem limiting, but I want to just say that due to how complex PQ is, how complex the logistics of this project is, we see this as the only realistic way to go. And again, we will we rely on the expertise of curators from participating countries and regions, but we will of course closely work with you all on preparing the final installation. So this is the gist for this project, and of course I'm happy to discuss it all even later during the Q&A or later in the process over an email, and I hope you will consider joining this project. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Sobra. I'm Executive Director of Prague Quadrennial, and I will walk you through a process to participate in exhibition of countries and regions, student exhibition, and also PQ60 installation. First of all, I would like to say that the process will be same as in at least past few editions of Prague Quadrennial. We are not changing anything. So for those of you who are familiar how the process works, maybe there won't be any new information, but maybe there are some people who want to take part for the first time or after a couple of years. So here is how the process works. The process starts with sending an invitation to participate from Prague Quadrennial, which we sent it already last week. The invitation goes two ways. One way is through our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and embassies of Czech Republic around the world. The other way is inviting the embassies and diplomatic missions for the Czech Republic. Then the next step, and this next step varies for each country. Each country has their own decision making process, but a good example may be that the invitation is forwarded to local ministries of culture or similar institutions, because we are aware that not in every country or region there is a ministry of culture. So sometimes the invitation is forwarded to Art and Theatre Institute, Culture Institute, or Regional Oistad branch, similar institution to those. This institution usually deciding who will be the organizing body and curator for each country. Once they decided who will be the organizing body and curator, then they need to delegate this information to the Prague Quadrennial organizational team, and they need to do it until the end of November. Okay, pass to you, Barbara.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Hello, everyone. My name is Barbara, and I'm the exhibition manager at PQ, and I will guide you through the key conditions. So let's now move to the general terms and conditions for all three exhibitions: the exhibition of countries and region, the student exhibition, and the PQ60 installation. Countries and regions may participate in 1, 2, or 3 all sections. Each exhibition can be managed by a different organizing body and may also have a various curator or curatorial team. Let me explain. Countries and regions have a choice. They can decide which of the exhibition they wanted to take part in. So it's possible to take part in only one exhibition, in 2 exhibitions, in all 3 exhibitions. Each part of the exhibition is different and can be organized by a different organization or institution. So that means, for example, one exhibition might be planned by a culture institution and the second might be organized by a university. The selected curator becomes the key contact person for PQ and is responsible for preparation and communication regarding the exhibition. These rules apply to all 3 sections: exhibition of countries and regions, student exhibition, and the PQ60 installation. Now I would like to summarize the specific terms that apply only for the exhibition of countries and region and the student exhibition. Participating countries and regions are responsible for the organizational, financial, and artistic aspects of their presentation at PQ. This means that they must plan and manage everything related to their exhibition, including shipping or installation of the exhibition. In the exhibition of countries and region and student exhibition, each participating country can be represented only once in each exhibition. PQ provides the exhibition space for a fee, which must be paid before the event. PQ also covers insurance for the entire duration of the festival. In both the exhibition of countries and regions and student exhibition, all relevant entries will be accepted. However, presentation should engage with the theme and must respect technical, space, and production limits. Now, there are also specific terms and conditions for the PQ60 installation. Let me explain. Each curator is invited to propose one item or artifact. Not all submitted items will be exhibited, as the final decision is made by the PQ curatorial team. Selected items will be included in the physical exhibition in Prague, but all submitted items will be included in the PQ digital archive. Let me now summarize how to apply and explain the full application process. After receiving an official invitation, interested countries or regions are responsible for appointing an organizing body responsible for the exhibition or exhibitions. This organizing body will appoint a curator who will communicate with PQ about the entire process. The curator, selected by the organizing body, must send a confirmation to the PQ team, stating that the curator will participate in the chosen program section, exhibition of countries and region, student exhibition, or the PQ60 installation. The application should contain contact details of the curator and a letter of confirmation from the organizing body. This expression of interest should be sent to my email address, barbora.lajerova@pq.cz, and you should do this by the end of November. This process is the same for all three exhibitions. So for the exhibition of countries and region, student exhibition, and the PQ60 installation. Once your participation is confirmed, PQ will send you a binding application, which will be an online form, and this form must be filled out with the basic information about the planned exhibition. PQ will also send you an organization manual, and this document will include all key information for the curators, like exhibition options, technical requirements, venue details, and logistic.
Okay, so what follows after the application on the 30th of November? One more important date this year is December 15, when we will issue first organizational manual. This manual is for the curators, and it contains the information about logistic and production informations, about organizing your exhibition, and also about the installation and all the related information about that. In mid-April next year, we are organizing a symposium, and the big part of that symposium, where we invite all the curators from Exhibition of Countries and Regions and Student Exhibition, is also walk through the exhibition grounds, which is a location for the upcoming Prague Quadrennial. We will show you the spaces where Exhibition of Countries and Regions and Student Exhibition will be happening, and we will also provide you with further information regarding production limits, technical limits, and also the whole Prague Quadrennial team will be ready for you to answer your questions and discuss anything you need to know in person. Another important date is by the end of April, April 30th, when we will need curatorial concepts and visual sketches for Exhibition of Countries and Regions and Student Exhibition, so we can start to prepare the whole edition. We will also, at the same date, we will also need an image of an item entered for the PQ60 installation and a short narrative, which Barbora Příhodová talked about. By the end of June next year, we would like to ask you for final visualization for your exhibition, in Exhibition of Countries and Regions or Student Exhibition, which should contain a technical drawing and also information about including some specific elements like fire, water, etc. By the end of next year, December 15, we will issue a more detailed organizational manual for the curators. And also in the second half of 2026, we will announce a selection of items for PQ60 installation. And we will also start to work on contracts and exhibition fee invoicing. And finally, we are moving to the year 2027. There are three important dates. First of them is June 7th, when there is a opening night of 17th edition of PQ. The installation period for the exhibitors from Exhibition of Countries and Regions and Student Exhibition will be 3 or 4 days in advance. We will specify that in the organizational manual. From 8 to 17 of June, Prague Quadrennial 2027 is happening, and by the June 18th and 19th, this is the time for you to dismantling and the installation of your exhibition and leave the exhibition grounds. I think that's all from me, and I will pass the word back to Adam.
Thank you very much. I would just like to add that there is this information document, PDF, brochure, whatever you call it, containing all the necessary details and information regarding the upcoming edition of Prague Quadrennial. It's available at our website, and this is the best source of information regarding your participation at the next PQ, containing not just the organizational details, but also the artistic vision and another information. Before we get to the discussion and your questions, I just wanted to remind you that the second edition of this similar webinar will take place on September 17th. And another webinar dedicated to the open called program sections curated by our curatorial team will take place in October. But now let's stick to the Exhibition of Countries and Regions student exhibition and the PQ60 installation. And we are happy to hear your questions. You can either unmute yourself, maybe please use the wave motive, or you may as well type your questions in the chat. So I'll stop sharing, maybe, or maybe I will put the contacts on just for a bit. So, are there any questions at this point, please? Do I see anyone with a hand up?
Yes, Denise Quistler from the Austrian Cultural Forum. Hello, thank you for including us. I'm very excited about it. I just wanted to know about the exhibition fee you were mentioning. So I understood that each country would, of course, then bear the costs of the country exhibition. But what about the exhibition fees? Are there fees that come on top of what we would provide?
Yes, the exhibition fee will be there ahead of those costs. It will be very small. It will be a couple of hundred of euros, not more than 1,000 euros.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe if there are not any questions yet, I will use this opportunity to share one question we've received after sending out the invitations last week, because we already received some questions from the embassies or consulates to Czech Republic, and people from some countries and regions were asking, like in generally, how expensive or maybe complicated is it to exhibit and participate in Prague Quadrennial, for example, those countries and regions that never participated so far. So this is one thing I would like to ask you, Adam and Barbara, if you could clarify maybe a little bit more.
I think the costs of the exhibition can be very different from a country and region to country and region. There are, of course, exhibitions which are really huge, using a lot of expensive materials, electronics, traveling in several shipping containers across the globe with a massive organizational team here in Prague. But then there are exhibitions which are traveling in a suitcase with just a curator and maybe 2 technicians. So it really depends on each country and region. And I think the cost is not important, right?
Right. Ultimately, it's about the ideas, about the creativity. It should not be about money. Over the years, we've seen wonderful, fantastic exhibitions that were made very low cost. So I would encourage everyone to be creative in their approaches. Oh, yeah, and I'm being reminded something important, which is that maybe a way to go to lower the costs or distribute the costs is to create alliances. Within the regions, it is possible for subjects to connect and combine and prepare an exhibition together. In case of the student exhibition, we actually encourage and we expect different schools or different types of educational institutions, if a country or region have multiple, to collaborate and come up with something together, which may help this side of things.
Do we have another question? I see something in the chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, I will read it loud. Hello, everyone. Is the student exhibition only for universities? Our country has participated only through one university and one degree program since 1998. We are a school of regional performance design that has been working for 8 years to decentralize scenography in our country. How could we participate in this edition? What would you suggest? Warm greetings from Chile.
So I think ultimately the decision which school can participate is on the particular country and region. Like I said, we encourage collaboration. We encourage that different types of institutions of tertiary education are included, and we want to see multiplicity. We want to see variety. So that's what I would say on our part. Thank you for that question.
In the PQ Hive section, is only one of the submitted proposals selected or several chosen? PQ Hive is not what we talk about today, because this is a part of program curated by our curators. Maybe, or maybe if you mean something else, is the only
Just to add to that,
yeah.
well, PQ Hive is our section for kids, youth, and their families. It's a section curated by us, and this is the only section, I believe, that actually will not have an open call. It has a little bit different system of preparing this. But maybe the question was for something else.
Maybe the question was for PQ60, because there is only one of the submitted proposals selected.
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be it was for PQ60.
For PQ60. Yeah.
Yes, I think maybe there's a misunderstanding about how many items can be entered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Proposed.
So the idea is that each country and region comes up with one item, and we can only assume that there will be some curatorial process within each country and section that we can be part of, because again, we rely on the local expertise on knowledge of the countries and regions, and which one item could best resonate with the topic of the installation. And then on our part, we will do our best, again, in conversation with those curators, to incorporate that one object into the installation in a way that is most appropriate.
We have a question from Vivian Morin. You can unmute yourself and raise your question. Hello.
Sorry, I have my throat is a little sore. Yes, it's the first time I receive an invitation from. I'm from Quebec, and since 2019 we separate from in the exhibition Quebec and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first time I received the invitation from through the embassy of Canada in the Czech Republic. So usually I just like fill a form and send it. So this is new to me. But I did receive the invitation, so I guess we can go. So just to be sure, I just have to, the first step is just to send an email that confirm that we are participating and the name of the curator, right? Did I understand this?
Yes. If your country or region received the invitation, then it is a responsibility of that country or region to organize their own selection, who will be the curator, will be the organizing body. In some countries, for example, in Czech Republic, it is done via open call through the Ministry of Culture. In some countries, is a direct appointment. This is something we don't know, and this is something we're not involved with. We're just giving like an example of how it usually works. If the practice in Quebec is different in your case, I think you can follow the process how it was before.
Okay, because we are a union that represent designers in Quebec, and the rest of Canada, English Canada, as their own union. So we are the institution in charge since way back for each.
I think you are a perfect institution to organize such a.
Okay. Just to make sure.
And for the form, once you will reach via email to Barbara Lajerova, our exhibition manager, she will send back the form which you will fill out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have another question. I can't see the name, I'm sorry, but there's...
It's Denise Quistrop again. I raised my hand. Do you mean that? Yeah. Just one quick question. PQ installation and country exhibition. Is it possible to do both, or is it just, for instance, possible? I would certainly suggest to Austria to go for the country exhibition. But in case it doesn't work, could there then be just a participation or a suggestion for the PQ60 installation, or is this sort of connected, that you can only do that when you also are also in a country exhibition? How do you handle that?
As Barbara mentioned before, these are three separate exhibitions, and each country and region can take part in either of them, one of them, all of them, just select two of them. So it is up to you. They can be, of course, connected. There can be same curator, for example, for exhibition of countries and regions and for PQ60 installation, but it is not necessary. There can be one curator for two exhibitions, three curators for three exhibitions. It's really up to you. The only limitation is that Austria, for example, can be represented only once in each of those exhibitions. So for Austria, 3 exhibitions is maximum.
I see a question here. If we could explain a little bit further the concept of emerging artists. I think the way we think about it is folks who have practiced no more than 5 years scenography and performance design and art.
Okay, I think there is another question on November 30th. Can we send only the name of the organizing bodies, but not send the specific names of curatorial team? In fact, we are coping difficulties to finish the process of public calls and selection of curatorial team in a time for end of November. I'm afraid we need to know at least like who will be the key person, I think we need to know the curator as well. This is something we can think about, but we didn't expect this kind of question, so we maybe need more time. But for now, we need to know the curator until the end of November. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Is there any way we can find out if an invitation was sent to our embassy, Singapore? Yes, if you have like questions for particular countries, you can reach out to us, and we can tell you to which country we send it. In general, we send the invitation to all the countries and regions which participated in PQ 2023, and to most of the countries and regions we have diplomatic connections as a Czech Republic. I'm not sure about Singapore, but
I believe Singapore. I believe Singapore is one of the countries, or the diplomatic mission of Singapore to Czech Republic is among those countries and regions that already have received the invitation.
Okay, do we have another question? Maybe something from the mailbox? If not,
We just want to restate again that if you have further questions down the line, we're here to answer them, of course. We are happy to follow up on any of these questions. Yeah, our email addresses are on the website. If you haven't found them, please don't hesitate to get in touch with anything.
okay, I will leave like 20 seconds for the last question, and if there won't be any, then we will close it up. And if you come up with new, we can see you on. Oh, could you give some information on the reopening of the building where PQ was hosted for years? Oh, you mean the Prague exhibition grounds? It was last time we used it, it was in 2019, which was in really bad shape, especially the part where the student exhibition is. It is now undergoing a massive renovation. The Křižík pavilions are already renovated, and the industrial palace, where actually exhibition of countries and regions and student exhibition will be happening, will be ready by the end of this year, or maybe in the first half of the next year. So we will be using a brand new venue ready to host such a large exhibition as Prague Quadrennial, with all the it will be ready for the year 2027 with all the facilities and everything. So we are quite excited about that.
Absolutely.
And maybe speaking about the venue and use of the venue, could you maybe talk a little bit more about also the outside spaces and the options the exhibiting countries and regions will have in terms of indoors and outdoors placement of their presentations?
Yeah. For the next edition, the plan is to have exhibition of countries and region and student exhibition, have them inside in the left and right wing of Industrial Palace. You can see the map with all the links in our brochure. But of course, if there is a request from a country or region in either exhibition that they want to put their exhibition, for example, outside in the surrounding areas, this is something we can discuss, and I believe it is possible.
I see a question here. Are we going to talk about the performance submission in this webinar? No, that's the performance section is one of our PQ curated sections. Our curator is hard at work on defining the call. The call will be out October 1st, so there's going to be more specific information what we're going to be looking for, and we will have a webinar particularly focused on these sections curated by our curatorial team, where we can then take questions. Yeah, there's
a question.
Sorry, hello, I'm Babla, and I'm really glad to join the symposium last year, and also I joined the PQ and the 2023. So and today I have some question because we are the Chinese artist and researcher based in the Cambridge. Actually, we are not just like join the PQ as
China and country. So my question is like, shall we join the PQ30 as an independent research group from Cambridge University for the future, or we should still should join this session as the Chinese like country side?
I'm not sure if I understand fully. For sure, you can if you want to join PQ 2027, you can join the individual, find a program section from the individual calls in that are going to be out in October. And in terms of the larger participation, I don't.
Well, from our side, the invitation to participate in Exhibition of Countries and Regions, Student Exhibition, PQ60 installation, the invitation has been sent to the Embassy of China here in Czech Republic in Prague.
Yeah.
And now it's up to the representation of the Chinese Embassy or the Chinese administration how they will proceed with this invitation. So probably or hopefully the invitation will be forwarded further within China to Ministry of Culture or similar relevant institution, which will then decide how to approach Chinese presentation in PQ. So if you would be interested in participating in these three exhibitions, I think the best way is to keep an eye on some official channels of cultural institutions in China, or email us separately, and we will do our best to connect you with people who receive the invitation, so that they know there is someone like already interested in doing these exhibitions.
Yeah, actually, I really understand, but I'm really glad to join the PQ as sometimes a research group, because for the country they have just limited opportunity, and it's very less opportunity for young generation. So this is why I bring some of the research team to join the PQ last year for the conference for the student exhibition. So this is why my question is, we are really interested about to join this PQ as some of the a different session, not just as a country session, because country session is not decided by us, is not really limited opportunity for young generation. So this is just a key question.
Absolutely. So just circling back and highlighting that we have multiple sessions on different topics, from PQ Talks, if you want to join in a critical conversation, to PQ Performance, where you can submit performances, PQ Performance Space, which will be more around spaces and environments of performance. And there is a list of them, which is curated by us, that's not connected to representation of countries and regions. So individual artists or groups, collectives can apply. And this is for both professional artists or experienced artists and students and emerging artists. Those calls will be out October 1st, so we're not there just yet with specifying what are the particular prompts. We do have the sections, those are the curated sections, but the calls will be out on October 1st. So please follow us and do join us. There will be another webinar connected to this particular form of participation. We know how important it is.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, yes,
let's give it 10 more seconds.
Okay.
But don't worry, if you have any kind of questions, just let us know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Question?
Great. So thank you all for tuning in, for joining us. Thank you all for your questions and attention. And well, for today's webinar, this is it. If you, if there is some more question or something we didn't answer and it pops in your mind, just drop us an email or join the next webinar related to Exhibition of Countries and Regions, Student Exhibition and the PQ60 installation, which will take place on September the 17th. But I suggest you don't wait until the time if you have something important on your mind, because since October 17th, there is only like 2.5 months left till the deadline. So yeah, make sure to make use of the summer and the time we have to prepare everything. So this is it for today. Thank you very much for joining, and see you in 2 years, if not earlier.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.